Good afternoon, students. As we are discussing about the accountancy subject, the second book, so we are dealing with the share capital of a companies. So here, what happens? What we are basically seeing here, accounting treatments. Now, how we make the treatment of the accounts. Now we are talking about the share capital here, shares and all. We saw in the previous sessions on application how the journal entries were there, when the allotments how the journal entries were there, and then the on call how we make the journal entries. Now further we are having few of the adjustments in the journal entries. Whatever the journal entries what till now we have done will be again the same, but few of the adjustments we are going to see in that, how we treat that adjustments, that we are looking after the things. See, the next part, as in the previous class we had two problems, we saw there few of the problems means issues are there in that, just like arrears, call in arrears. See, as we came to know in the previous session, one of the problem was that few of the shareholders not paid the amount. Okay, when they are calling you the remaining amount or the final amount, that has to be paid by the shareholders. Okay, if they are not paying that amount, what we call for them, that remained amount which the shareholders have not paid yet, we call them as a call in arrears. Means that money has to be come but yet not came, so we call that as a call in arrears. Now the today's concept what we are going to see is call in arrears. Call in arrears. Now what exactly it means? Now the company is calling you, company made a first call, first call, share first call, it has been called, you paid, this is paid. Okay, then share second call, second call you paid, then one more call is remaining, share third and final call, final call, this is due, you have not paid this call. So what this remained amount, just example we are taking 100 shareholders, 100 shareholders have not paid. Now this is of rupees how much, 2 rupees it is. Now for 100 2 rupees means 2000 rupees. Okay, 2000 rupees. Now this amount what is not paid, we call this amount as a call in arrears. Means we had called for final or second calls, whatever we are been framed in the articles. Articles जो में जो हम लोग बोलते हैं, हम लोग कॉल करेंगे फर्स्ट कॉल सेकेंड कॉल, उसके भी नियम रहते हैं। कम से कम फर्स्ट कॉल करने के बाद 1 महीना के बाद ही आप सेकेंड कॉल कर सकते हो। वो प्रिंसिपल्स में सेट रहता है, जैसे कि स्टैट्यूटरी अथॉरिटीज जो रहते हैं वो सभी फ्रेमवर्क आर्टिकल्स ऑफ एसोसिएशन में और मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन में सभी बताते हैं। So here this amount we call here as a call in arrears. What these 100 shareholders have not paid the amount. Okay, so this is one concept in today's class we are going to discuss, call in arrears. Then another one, few of the peoples are there, these shareholders, what they do, you know, few of the peoples will be having the money, they make advance payment. This is what advance payment. The next part what we are going to see after the call in arrears is advance payment. Now why will they make advance payment? They are having, so they are having, so they are going to pay you all the whole amount in the advance. Now how the advance payment is been taken into consideration, where it is been maintained, is it shifted directly to the share capital account? These all things we are going to know after this call in arrears. This is what later part, the next part, soon after this call in arrears we are going to know the advance payment. Now this call in arrears is how easy to know. the calls which it is first, second, third or final call, what you are making, the shareholders are not paid the calls is nothing but the call in arrears we call here. I will just highlight the definition part here so you can understand it. See, it may happen that shareholders do not pay the call amount on due date. Some of the time we are saying that on 10th September 2020 we have made a second call. Okay, on this date they have not paid. What we make that? See, when any shareholders fail to pay the amount due on allotment or any of the calls on the allotment or any of the calls are not paid from this, that time such amount is known as call in arrears or unpaid amount. Call in arrears or unpaid call. What we call here? Call in arrears or unpaid call. Which amount is due, which is unpaid by the shareholders, we call them as a unpaid calls or call in arrears. Okay, this is what all about. Then call in arrears represents the debit balance of the call amount. Call in the call amount, we are going to take this as the debit balance. Now these things, we are having a journal entry of this. We are going to see call in advance, the additional journal entry we call this. We call this as a additional journal entry. I will erase this part now. What additional journal entry is there, Call in arrears account. Call in arrears account data. Call in arrears account data to share first call account. To share first call account and to share second and final call account. Then at the end, call in arrears brought into account. See, when these accounts are being called and when this should be taken into notice, we pass this journal entry. Call in arrears account data. That is what the data account we mention it in the data. I said call in arrears in debtors to share first call account. Which amount they have not paid? They have not paid the first call and second and final call account. So how the situation matters? Even they may have paid this first one but not second and final, or else first and second they have paid, not the third and final. The situation matters here. Okay, so in this way we are going to pass the journal entries for these things. Okay, call in arrears, the entries will be passed in this way. Okay, then again we are having further the adjustment. Let's see. See, articles of association of a company empower the directors. What empower means powers the directors are having, I will tell you. If these people are not paying the amount in when you are you have made the call. Okay, that time if they have not made, that time you can charge interest on them. How it is? You can charge interest as per the principles set by the statutory board or authorities. What they make in the articles, what they mention, if this amount, when you are calling first call or second call, if the shareholders are not paying in on the call date, that time you can charge interest from them, but it is a specific limited one. How it is? See, the directors to charge interest on the stipulated rate on the call in arrears If the articles are silent, the rules constant the table F shall be applicable, which states that interest rate should not exceed 10%, means nearly 10%, till 10% you can charge them. Even this has another alternative entry, another one more entry is there. If this amount, call in this amount is not paid, that time for this two amounts, two entries we have taken. First call also they have not made the payment, second call also not, they have not made the payment. On this amount you can charge till 10% as mentioned in the articles. How you go under the articles of association, they will be having the rules, okay, or policies or the principles. In that way they are having the policies like minimum not more than 10%, but you can charge it. And even some of the companies articles says that some of the companies articles are silent. We don't require silently they work. Silently how they work in the sense what? We don't require this. Some of the companies may take this interest from them. Why you have made the delay? Why? Because some of the requirements will be there. Okay, that time the amount is not reached means they may charge interest for them, charging interest, and separately one entry will be made here. That I will let you know now which entry is there. So specifically here it shall be a one interest can be charged here as per the articles associated with this. Then we shall have to pay the unpaid amount of the shares period in intervening between the date day fixed for the payment and the time of actual payment thereof. See, after this they will be giving, now fixed date will be as given on first call. First call should be made on 10th September. Okay, first call they have not paid. Now when you call the second call, if you are making on 10th October or 20th October, if you are making, that time you can remind them for this unpaid first call, you can charge them the interest and remind them to pay the second one. Second call you can make them. Okay, so this will can be charged or cannot be charged. It depends on the articles which you have framed out here. Okay, then further, on receipt of call amount together with interest, the amount of interest shall be credited to the interest account, and while call money shall be credited to the respective call account. So, or calls in arrear account. See, when shareholders make payment of call in arrears together with interest, the entry will be as follows. See, when this remaining amount call in arrears, if they are paying, it is with interest or without interest. Now, if the company is charging them the interest, if they have not made this payment, if the company is charging them the interest, how the journal entry will be there, that we are going to see now. See, here the adjustments and the situations how they give you all, on that basis you have to decide which adjustment can be taken for what entry. Okay, these things you need to know. So it will be like bank account debtor, bank account debtor to call in arrears account to interest account. These two things you can mention here. So what it means, see, call in arrears received with interest. Received with interest. See, it depends. The company is going to take the interest, charge them the interest or no. If when we are going to get this will be credited here, the bank account will be debited here. So these are the things where we need to know what things has to be done. And even we are having a note on this. See, we are having a note here for this. If nothing is specified, there is no need to take interest. There is no need to take interest on calls in arrears. Account, and record the above entry. See, as per the things, as if you have mentioned that in the articles, you will be charging the interest. Some of the things will be silent, as I told you all, silent here. Some companies will be silent. They are not going to charge any of the interest. It depends now. So we are maintaining a note here. If nothing is specified, there is no need to take the interest on the calls in arrears and record in the above entry. अगर कुछ आपने मेंशन किया हुआ है आर्टिकल्स में, आप अगर पैसे नहीं भरोगे तो हम आपको चार्ज करेंगे, ये सभी प्रिंसिपल्स होते हैं। यहाँ पर जो रूल्स, जो पॉलिसीज फ्रेम किए हुए रहते हैं बोर्ड ने, तो वहाँ पर ये सभी लिखा रहता है। स्टैट्यूटरी अथॉरिटीज जो रहते हैं वो स्पेसिफाई करते हैं आप करने वाले हो कि नहीं। थोड़े कंपनी साइलेंट रहते हैं जो कि कुछ ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं देते इंटरेस्ट कलेक्ट करने में या फिर चार्ज करने में। डायरेक्टली जो अमाउंट है वो ले लेते हैं। अगर नहीं हो तो ये एडिशनल एक एंट्री बढ़ जाती है। इंटरेस्ट कितना लिया आप लोगों ने, कितने शेयर होल्डर्स थे, वो वहां पर बढ़ेगा। दैट्स इट, दैट इज वन ऑफ द पॉइंट। नाउ लेट्स मूव विद द प्रॉब्लम्स। सी आई विल टेक वन ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम हियर, हाउ इट इज। I will highlight the points. It is on the page number 15. If you all are having the books, you can go through it. It is on the page number 15 at the last third illustration. See, Chronic Limited issued 10,000 equity shares. How much they are issuing here? 10,000 equity shares they are issuing of rupees 10 each. Okay, this is all about the thing here. So here you can mention here date also if possible. If the dates are given, you can mention here. So how it is been told here, see, here 10,000 equity shares are there. 10,000 equity shares of how much rupees? Rupees 10 each. The information I am writing aside here. Then further, application is how much here? It is been told here rupees 2.5. 2.5 rupees. Okay. Then allotment. Next will be allotment.
3 rupees.
Allotment is 3 rupees. Okay. Then next, first call it is or directly?
First call, first call.
First call. Okay. First call we are having
2 rupees.
first call, it is 2 rupees, right? 2 rupees.
Yes, sir.
Then final,
Balance.
it is told balance will be second and final call. Second and final. Second and final call is how much here? Remaining 2.5. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Means 5, 10. Okay, correct. Here is the information. Now, what is the information told to you all? All the shares were fully subscribed. They have not told how much where applications have come, how much we are subscribing. That information is not told. How much it is? That whole 10,000 are been subscribed here. Then subscribed and paid expect shareholders having 100 shares. Now 100 shares who would not pay second and final call. Now these are the 100 shares. They have not made second, what it is, second and final call. 100 shares have not been paid. Who has not paid? Which call is been remained here? Second and final call. 100 shares value is unpaid. That will be coming in the under the head of call in arrears. So this is what the understanding the question here. Then further, the pass the journal entries. Okay, let's pass the journal entries. Now as previously we know that when the applications are being called here, bank account data to share application account. What is the amount here? Application account. Yes, check it out. What is the application amount? Directly 10,000 into
2.50 rupees.
2.5 means 25,000. See, don't be much dependent on calculator also. Just easiest part you can orally calculate here. Very easy. 10,000. It is been applications are there. 2.5 rupees means 10,000 into 2.5. It will be 25,000. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then next, I will not write this. Okay. This you all can mention here. Just I will highlight here what has to be right, so that in one sided we can fit all the possible journal entries. It is like money received on application of 10,000 shares. Shall I write or it's okay? Shall I write or it's okay? Okay, I will write here. Money received on money received on application for 10,000 shares of at rupees. Directly I will make a at rupees. How much it is? 2.50 per share. Okay, this is the first entry, journal entry got out here. Now whatever you have called out here, whatever the application money has come to you, that will be share application account should be transferred to share capital account. So the next entry will be share application account data to share capital account. Is it correct one? Check it out. What is the amount here? Yes. Share application account data to share capital account. The amount will be 25,000 directly. We know that same we are going to take down here. It is taken as a 25,000 here. Then what we can write here? Transfer of application money. Transfer of application money. Transfer of application money. Transfer of application money on 1,000 shares of 10,000 shares to share capital. To share capital. Okay, this is what the second one. Journal entry got it. Now means what? We have ended up with this application point. Now nextly we are going to allot. Now how we are going to allot? Share allotment account data share allotment account data How much we have allotted? Check it out. 3 rupees and 30. How much it will? Share allocated account to share capital account. How much it is? 3 into 10,000 means 30,000. Is it clear one? Amount is 30,000 only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If you all communicate me, it would be very faster to write out here. Then what we can write here? The amount due on allotment of rupees amount due of allotment of 10,000 shares at rupees 3 per share. So this is what the journal entry. Then after this, what we can take here? How it will be transferred to or taken under the individual bank accounts. You may be remembering this point. This, whatever the allotment or the shares of each shareholders, separate individual accounts are being opened in the where it is been opened in the schedule bank. These normal things are there which you should be remembered. Then further, bank account debtor to share allotment account. To share allotment account. Now how much it has been there? Amount is very clear. It has been mentioned here, means it will be 30,000 only. The amount are been told here, 30,000. Whatever you are going to make the allotment, normally this will be same. Only when it will be different, when the payments are not made, that time it will be different one. Okay. Then further, money allotment received. Money allotment received. This is what money which has been allotted, which has been received here. Okay. So these are the half of the journal entries. So allotment part got over here. Now these two things ended. Now we are having the first call and a second and a final call. These two are remained here now. Okay. Let's go for the next part here. I will be erasing here so I can complete the problem here. Okay, still four, we will be having still 4 journal entries. Let's see which are them are there. Now we will be having a journal entry regarding the first call. Now how it will be? See, the first call, share first call account data. How much it is? Just check it out. What will be the value here? First call account data to share capital account. To share capital account. What it is on the first call? How much we are going to take here? The amount. How much it will be? 20,000 only. Yes. What is the amount here? Please respond if I ask any of the questions, so it will be very fast to end up this concept. How much it will be? 20,000 here. So it is on the first call. First call money due. first call money due on 1000 shares, 10,000 shares at rupees 2 per share. This is what the first entry we get. Okay, so it will be 20,000. Now directly this is been taken into share capital account. Okay, individual accounts are been opened means what? It is directly shifted there. Then next will be bank account data to share first call account. Now same amount we are going to take down 20,000, 20,000. Yes. Then how we can maintain this? First call money received. First call money is been received here. So even this first call account got over. Now the next and most important one is call in arrears. How we make a entry here? It will be your second and final call, 2.5 rupees on 10,000 we are going to take, and which is left 100 shares which they have not paid. Even this journal entry will be taken in this account here. See, the second and final call account data, share second and final call account debtor, share second and final call account debtor to share capital account. To share capital account. How much they have called? Straight away 10,000 into 2.5 is 25,000 it will be. 25,000. Here we can mention here final call money due. Just this much is enough. Final call money due. Then what? Lastly, we are going to make here the last point is a journal entry regarding the call in arrears. Now how it is? See, bank account debtor then call in arrears account debtor. Now call in arrears, how much they are? See, we are going to place here. Now in this 25,000 we are going to calculate. We are having a total of 10,000. 10,000 minus 100. What it will be? 9,900, right? Correct? Check it out. 9,900 into 2.5. What will be the value? Someone please calculate and reply. Lakshmi, what will be the value of 9,900 into 2.5?
So 24,750.
24,750. Okay. Then remaining is 100, right? 100 into this 2.5, it will be straight away 250, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. This is all about the amount. Then this amount is being taken to share second and final call account. To share second and here what we have passed, final call account. How much it will be? Total of this will be 25,000, correct? 25,000 only?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So at last, final call money received, expect 100 shares. expect 100 shares, all money is been received, 24,750 is been received here. So this is all about the call in arrears. Now here, out of this problem, only 100 shareholders have not paid here the amount. So for 100 shareholders, only the second and final call they have not made. Okay, then what is the adjustment here? Call in arrears, how much rupees? 250. Now the same problems, if that people, here only the final call it is. If it is previous one, first and second call they have not made, third call they are paying, means even they may charge. It depends on the company's articles, what they have framed. Even they may charge for this. That is what the thing you can know here. So this is all about the journal entries passed under the call in arrears. Okay, this is the concept get over. Now second one is what we are going to discuss is call in advance. Now this is what calls which are being made and not paid. Now few of the time, few of the shareholders will be there, they will be paying the money in advance. Now when you are getting the money in advance, you will be able, you have to pay them the interest. That amount in advance, whatever you get, that will be presented in the liability side under the creditors or the other part, other creditors. Even you can mention there. Why? Because the journal entries in the balance sheet, what you mention here, under the liability creditors you mention. In that again sub point you can make other creditors also. Creditors means what? That will be the liability of the company. It will, whatever the amount you are getting, that will be liability of the person in that company. Once he has paid it, that is what the point has to be remembered here. Now I will tell you all what call in advance exactly it means and which journal entry we may get in the call in advance. So till here it was just one point to adjust. Remaining all the steps what we took are the same from the first application allotment and the on call what we have taken. Now the adjustment which has come is of the call in arrears adjustment. Now next, the adjustment which will be coming will be call in advance. How it is, I will tell the theoretical part and journal entries if possible. Then we will be having a problems on that in the further classes. See, call in advance, what it means. Sometimes shareholders pay a part or whole of the amount on the calls not yet made. Now we know that. See, as this one are there, example here, application we have paid and this first allotment we have paid, but these calls are not yet called. अब तक इस इन कॉल्स को बुलाया नहीं है, फर्स्ट और सेकंड कॉल होने वाला है, उन्होंने बुलाया नहीं, आपने एडवांस पे कर दिया, एडवांस पे कर दिया, तो वहां पर क्या होगा, क्या इसके एंट्रीज क्या होंगे, कैसे मेंटेन करेंगे अकाउंट में, वो हम लोग अभी देखने वाले हैं. दिस वी आर गोइंग टू सी इन for the adjustment. See, the amount so received from the shareholders is known as call in advance. अगर ये 4 point ये बचा हुआ जो अमाउंट है एडवांस में ये अलॉटमेंट के साथ अगर इसने भेज दिया है, ये 4.5 टोटल 2.5 और 2.2 प्लस 2.5 मतलब 4.5 होता है, ये एडवांस में कंसीडर कर रहे हैं हम लोग. तो जर्नल एंट्रीज कैसे होगी, ये इस एडवांस पेमेंट को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, कॉल इन एडवांस. अगर ये बिना कॉल किए अगर ये भेज रहा है, पैसे भर रहा है, तो इसे कॉल इन एडवांस कहते हैं हम लोग. ठीक है. सो फर्दर द अमाउंट रिसीव्ड इन एडवांस is a liability of the company and should be credited in the call in advance account. मतलब क्या है, ये liability बन जाती है, कंपनी की liability बन जाती है, जो कि हम लोग कैसे मेंटेन करेंगे, इसे कॉल इन एडवांस अकाउंट बोल के मेंटेन करेंगे. हाउ वी शैल मेंटेन, इन द क्रेडिट वी विल बी मेंटेनिंग एज कॉल इन एडवांस अकाउंट. ओके, देन द अमाउंट रिसीव्ड विल बी एडजस्टेड टुवर्ड्स द पेमेंट्स ऑफ कॉल्स एंड व्हेन दे बिकम ड्यू, मतलब जब भी ये एडजस्टमेंट किया रहता है, जब भी वो कॉल करेंगे, जब भी वो फर्स्ट कॉल करेंगे, उस वक्त वो यहाँ पर एडजस्टमेंट में मैनेज कर लेंगे, मतलब वो एडजस्ट करेंगे जो कॉल ड्यू बुलाते हैं ना अमाउंट, जैसे कि फर्स्ट कॉल ड्यू ऑन 1000 शेयर्स, वहां पर ये एडजस्टमेंट कर लेते हैं खुद से, ठीक है, दे विल बी एडजस्टिंग दैट. देन फर्दर द कंपनी एज प्रोवाइड the payment interest on calls in advance at rate not exceeding 12% per annum. मतलब अगर ये आप कर रहे हो 12% से तक आपको इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा एडवांस पेमेंट पर, क्योंकि उन्होंने बुलाया नहीं है लेकिन आप एडवांस में भर रहे हो तो उस पेमेंट को हम लोग इंटरेस्ट पे करेंगे. सो दैट interest will be added in your liability. It is your liability. In advance you are investing in that company before they are calling any of the first call or second calls. If you are paying them the advance, that will be the liability in your name in that company. That is the thing. So here you may get the interest of rupees not exceed, मतलब 12% से ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट नहीं पे कर सकते लेकिन 12% तक दे may pay for you. So here the journal entry may be bank account debtor to call in advance account. So जैसे कि मैंने बोला अभी कॉल इन एडवांस को हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, क्रेडिट साइड लिया जाता है, वो बैंक अकाउंट कंसिडर करते हैं बैंक अकाउंट डेटर टू कॉल इन एडवांस अकाउंट क्रेडिट. सो बीइंग एडवांस एडजस्टेड टू कॉल मनी ड्यू, ये सभी एडजस्टमेंट रहता है. So this is all about the journal entry. We are having 2 to 3 more journal entries and next class we will be having problems. We will try to get 2 problems more or else few of them I will solve and few of them you will try. So today's session we will be ending here up.